All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. This is Call Sign Devastator here, bringing you the VFC Mark 18 Mod 1 AEG with the Avalon gearbox. So, let's get into it. Now, inside the box, you guys are going to get the crane stock, you guys are going to get the front and rear sights, and you guys are also going to get the Stanag style mid-cap magazine by VFC. Those are all of the things that you're getting in the box outside of like the user manual and whatnot. But VFC, they've done a good job, I think, in replicating the Mark 18 from real steel and bringing it to airsoft, of course. So externally, this has a 10.3-inch outer barrel, the 9.5-inch Daniel defense rails, and while it does have the Avalon marking in the receiver, in the lower receiver, instead of Colt, it's fine because VFC wants you to know that you have, or that the purchaser has an Avalon. That's one of my gripes that I have with the AEG. Is just external. I think it's me because I like trades and stuff like that. So I would have preferred to have the Colt logo up there on the lower receiver, but we move regardless. So my build, I have a holographic sight from Hop Up. I have the PTS Unity riser also from Hop Up. I have the laser or laser and white light combo, the PEC 15 from Hop Up. The pressure switch is from Evike, and the CTR stock right here is also from Evike as well. Those are the externals. Ooh, almost forgot the angle foregrip. That's also from Hop Up. So that's that. And then internally, this gun is wired to Deans. So you guys do get a MOSFET in here as well. And you also got a rotary style hop up. Give me 1 second. Oh, I meant to tell you, I did change the stock charging handle. So I have a PTS Radian ambidextrous charging handle up here as well. Give me 1 second. I'll flip this gun over. All right. So I'm sure you guys can't see it very well, but I do have the rotary style hop up, and I have the bolt catch locked back as well. If you press the bolt release, it does send it forward for you. So that's definitely a cool feature. More and more M4s are starting to have that feature, which is perfectly fine with me because I prefer that rather than to hold your charging handle back and keep it held back so you can adjust your hop up on the fly, because you could possibly break your charging handle depending on if you get uh, a relatively cheap gun. So I like that. I like that inclusion. Now, let me just flip this back over. Boom. And then let me see if I can get this sound for you guys when I press the bolt release. All right. So got that. And ooh, one more cool thing I wanted to mention to you guys that I think is cool that VFC added for realism is that right now I have my AEG on safe. You can engage the trigger completely as if it was on like semi-auto, for example. So let's say if I tried to engage it right now, you guys can hear that. It locks back, or it doesn't fully travel. So I think that's cool that that doesn't fully travel on safe, but when you put it in semi, then you'll get the full travel of the trigger. Um, Externally, like I mentioned, VFC has gone all out to try and replicate this to the real steel version. Like they've done a really good job to make a faithful replica of the Mark 18 Mod 1. So outside of the externals, now let's get into the mags, because I already mentioned that you guys get the mid-cap Stanag style 120 round VFC magazine. But what I did is that when I went to go and do my research for this AEG, um, I didn't do much research at all. I tried to get the PTS EPM magazines on the top left hand corner, that tan one that I have electrical tape on, because mine, or I'm not sure, I'll just say mine, my PTS EPMs, they will not, and I repeat, they will not feed unless you hold the magazine up in the mag well. You have to hold it up in order for it to feed. If you just put it in, it'll free fall out of the mag well, which is fine, but it will not feed your BBs. So that's why I had to put tape in there so that it'll stay inside and up against the mag well, or no, up against the hop up chamber. But next to that PTS EPM magazine, I have a Poseidon 180 round magazine, and that magazine is much better and it feeds flawlessly, and you don't have to add any additional tape or anything like that to it. So that's actually perfect. I wish I would have known that before I purchased the PTS EPMs, because the Poseidon mags are about $10 compared to the PTS EPMs being 22. Okay. Honestly, what I've also would have done, um, what I also would have done is just preferred to buy the VFC Stanag mags, but unfortunately they don't have any on e-bike. Like they don't have the mid caps on e-bike anywhere. They have the high caps for the Scar Light. But yeah. Now, just before we end the video, I did want to mention that this is just my CQB setup. I do plan on getting like a flip to center magnifier, the G45, so I could put that behind the holographic sight and the Unity riser, because I wear glasses and I also wear goggles, and I need my sight picture to be up so I don't have to tilt my head into the CTR stock as much, or tilt my cheek into the CTR stock as well, as much. Um, with that being said, is there anything that you guys would change? What does your Mark 18 look like? Um, if you guys have any additional questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll definitely answer. But if you like this video, don't hesitate to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Devastator out.